we doing, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're in Akuma's account. Akuma Matata. What a wonderful phrase. No, I know that Akuma means evil spirit, demon in Japanese, like demon spirit. Yeah. Akuma is a level 87. Oh my god, that is a Toshiro! We have a Mikage, we have an Andra. God damn, I can't wait to see the roster on this account. The request came as follows. Akuma says, I'm all over the place and I just need a single point to focus on. Main areas to focus on: faction crypts, clan bosses, higher levels of trash mobs in Doom Tower. I'm trying to rebuild, do anything except pull shards. I got you, homie. Let's help out Akuma into mid-game to late-game progression. Don't forget to use my promo link to get yourself a free legendary Harvest Jack, as well as Ugo, Lightsworn, and Vergis as you level up your account. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. And that is all you have to do to get yourself a free legendary Harvest Jack, as well as Ugo, Lightsworn, and Vergis as you level up in progress. So don't miss out and click on my link right now. We have Ramantu and Marius sitting at almost not started, like barely started. We have a Rajin fusion stopping us here, and upgrade an area bonus to level 2. Interesting. Those are quite easy to get through. That just means that you haven't gone around it. Do you have everything needed to fuse? You do have everything. No, you don't? You need a Slither Brute? Oh, that sucks. Then you will have to pull for some before you can fuse Rajin. That sucks. Are you sure? You must have pulled them at some point and fed them, no? Like, what are the odds that you still haven't pulled a Slither Brute? He's rare. You must have. I will check right now. Not one Slither Brute pulled on this account. That is pain and torture, my dude. I understand why you're stumped. You don't seem to have a lot of ancient shards or anything to work with, for that matter. Okay, let's look at the roster and we'll figure out a solution to this problem. Bam! Dude, Toshiro, man, and Mikage, and Leonardo! The holy trinity, dude! These three guys will be pushing you like you won't believe. That's an amazing little trio that you have here. You can literally spam them in most dungeon places you're allowed to spam them in. Faction War sorted. Doom Tower sorted. Curse City if you can. If like the Shadowkin rotation sorted. You know what I mean? You don't even need the 4. And you got the 4 turtles too. And you got April. And you got a Stalk. And you got Sanguine. And you got Dahl. And then you got Titus. And a Neve. Oh my god, that is a stacked account. Granite Doorkeep. You also managed to snatch yourself. You've pulled a Harima. You have Elva. Sandra. Where's your Arby? Arby? Not fast enough, but she got a skin on. Alright. Who am I? This is optimally, I think. Yeah, a better looking Arbiter maybe than the OG, but... is that a hot take? I don't think it's a hot take. We'll love a goth mommy. I didn't say that. Seer, dude, that's an amazing hit. Geomancer is amazing. Maneater is amazing. A Kemptum dude is so good. Madame Sarah is so good. I've got some level 50s here that you can also work on in the future. Strategos, Islin. This guy has been spammed recently in Classic Arena. I feel like people are rediscovering him, or like at least a lot of people pulled him. Maybe he was on one of those Prism Shard pulls or something. A lot of people are using him in Classic Arena teams. He's just really annoying to deal with. You gotta place a little heal reduction on him. Otherwise, he heals until infinity. Literally until infinity. 1% for each 500 defense this champion has. Until infinity, dude. The only way to really go around again is with like a Cold Heart or a Venom Mage. Speaking of Venom Mage, I can't believe that you don't have one, so we'll have to check the vault. Oh, you have a Cupid city here. I understand. Alright, you also did an Ishiyama fusion. Let's see. Oh, Nanari, I see here. Terex you've already gotten. Alright. Oh, there is your Venom Mage. Sitting at level 40 is wild. You could actually build out a couple of more epics, because you're gonna need them in Curse City and Heart Doom Tower. Secret rooms, you're gonna start needing some niche specific epic champions. Venom Mage is definitely up here on the list. Maruka's up on there on the list. I know you have, what's her name? Godseeker. I'm sure you have a Godseeker. I saw you talking about her with my clan mate. Where's the Godseeker in question? I'm trying to locate. Oh, we have an Ugo being built. Different account takeover? Why was I left with the impression that you have a revive on death Godseeker type situation? Doesn't matter. That's even better news because you can actually use Maruka as a low budget revive on death support type champion for Sand Devil if you want to progress down Sand Devil. Clan Boss, we'll have to see how you're doing there because you'll have to start making some shards to pull that Slither Brute for your Rajin so you can keep progressing. This is an amazing roster. You've built out some really good champions with room for improvement, which is always nice. You know, it's always nice to have room to grow, otherwise you get bored. Or confused. In your case, you might be a little lost on what do I do now that I have literally... What the hell? You have some, like, S-tier champions here, S-tier combos. Even in a Trinity by themselves, the turtles will carry you super, super far. I want to see the builds very quickly. I see nothing wrong with them, but I also see room for improvement. No, this is a really, really good, like, mid-game build situation that you have going on here. You're not trying to necessarily match, though sometimes you're able to, which is the best case scenario for mid-game. You're prioritizing your stats over your sets. Though, see, at some places you can totally, like, put up a little Swift parry. Still really good crit damage, really good attack, very decent speeds. You know what I'm seeing, however? That your Raffi might be a little faster than Mike. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. I'm like wondering how to order these in terms of your power. You would kind of want Raffi to hit last, or at least time it so that he block revives with this A1 when they counterattack together. Now, in my case, this works if he's last, because the kind of champions that I'm facing, they're a little tanky, right? I have to hit them a couple of times to take them down to very little HP for Raffi to be able to block revive them with the A1, and it doesn't matter on which hit, both hits block revive, so as long as he hits last, or he finishes off the enemy. And many times, I don't know what's happening with me, guys. I can't get my words out. Many times, you can't help it. You don't know the HP and the defense of the champions you're facing, but you can kind of figure it out. Who's frigging calling me? Guys, a number, it doesn't, what's the registration number on this? They're calling me through Viber. Through Viber, dude. I don't have anyone with that number. Who could it be? I'm scared to pick up. They're persistent with it. This is so weird because me and my editor we were literally just talking about Temu orders and how, like, we're scared, like, if we order shit like this, like, oh, that's Revolut. Revolut? Why would Revolut call me? Does that happen? Look at this. It says Revolut. I don't know if you can see. Dude, that's so friggin' weird. Where was I? Decent builds is what I'm saying. Oh, unfinished some. That's totally fine. April is brand new, right? Like, I don't expect everybody to be finished. But from what you've done here, fantastic work. Fantastic work. You've been playing for a little while. Daily login? Definitely over a year. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Definitely over a year. When is Sion? When is Sion? You've already got the Cleopteryx. Okay, now let's address the Ancient Shard, Sacred Shard situation. Are you participating in the Fuse Summon Rush? Is that why you're bottomed out? No. You just don't have shards. Oh, Seguin, you did get a Maria. So you could have bottomed them out then and still not had the time to replenish them. Let's see how you're doing in Clan Boss. 1 day, 22 minutes? We haven't put in any keys, have we? Can we do Ultra Nightmare? Oh yeah, you can quick battle it. That's your team? Let's see how much damage we do. That should be a good team, though. Should be a really good team. Nice! Yes! Yes! This is it! You're not worried about Clan Boss here. Forever, until the end of time. 1 key in here, 1 key in here. I'll put in your keys. You don't have to worry about it. This is amazing news for you. That means that, like, Clan Boss is none of your concerns. See how much damage a Mikage and another couple of Shadowkins can do, and because it's a Toshiro, dude. Because it's a Toshiro. Honestly, Leo could maybe budge up that damage for you if you wanted to. But Hydra. Oh, yeah, and you have put in keys for Hydra. And in this case, I can see how you're doing here. Akuma. Akuma Matata. Akuma Matata.
A few minutes later.
Sorry. Good team. Good team. Good damage. How could we improve? I would involve Leonardo. Oh, but then decrease do we get it any decreased defense from anywhere else? We definitely get Leech. Decreased attack we also don't get from anywhere else. That's I guess a good one. A good one. Brimstone definitely helps you. You are 1 king brutal? That's a 1 key, right? Where else are you putting in keys? Let's see. What do your other teams look like? 2 keys in here. I see. Why are these teams not working? Let's see the first one first. The one with Titus, Leo, Luminicios, Goraf, and Stock. Stock Titus. Something off with some, like, speed tune, the order of champions that they're hitting. You have a block buffs. Oh, maybe where's your Ugo? Have you slotted in your Ugo anywhere? Yeah, Ugo could help you here. Maybe instead of Leminisi. Do you have a block buffs champion? What did Sanguine do again? Maria? I don't know if I would use Maria and Hydra. You know, like, not to burst your bubble, but they did nerf her pretty damn badly. Ugo, for sure, for block buffs, very important. Bring her up all the way to level 60, book her out, get her masteries, build her out with enough HP, good speeds. She does need some good speeds. Enough accuracy to land debuffs in, think Nightmare Hydra, right? You're trying to move towards Nightmare Hydra, so naturally, your new build should mirror that endeavor of yours. Drink some water. And let's immediately suck out that water with some coffee. Hey, it's the true Balkan experience. The Balkan experience, guys. Okay, Ugo for Hydra, progression for sure. Let's see if you had a provoke on both teams. Yeah, okay. You do have Vizix here. Provoke here? No, provoke here. Stock is a poisoner, no? Poison burn? Counterattack. Poison burn, weaken. Continuous heal. Poison burn, no counterattack, sorry. My bad. No provoke on the first team here with Titus. Unless Titus provoked. Removes all debuffs from all allies if the target is killed. However, if the target survives, place a provoke or one turn instead. Open with the A2. Okay. So this is gonna need a speed team finishing up the builds. Speed team? Speed tune? Damn, I'm thankful at least that I'm catching myself at the time of making some of these mistakes. Finish these builds. These champions should technically work, but maybe you need to budge up their speeds, budge up their accuracy where needed. Check the thresholds for Brutal. I feel like if you made these champions feasible, like this team, work in Brutal, you can immediately transfer all 3 teams into Nightmare grinding. I think that with just this main team, you'd probably be able to get like around the 15 million, maybe like a Guardian chest, right? With the next couple of teams, you wanna get another 11, 12 million. It could be 6 per each, but that will get you a Grandmaster chest in Hydra. Realistically, you can focus on working on this team here as a secondary priority right now. Because still, getting a top chest in Brutal is pretty damn good for the time being for you. Do you have Mithrala? Oh, you're yet to get Mithrala on this stacked account and Embers. Well, you're in for a ride. But I'm very stoked for you because you're gonna get there. With a good Guardian chest from Brutal, you're still getting a bunch of fragments. It's just gonna happen a little slowly and you'll have to be regular with it too. However, I would advise you as a first and foremost point of interest and focus for you to put some attention to Marius. Because Raman 2 is gonna happen when you get the champions needed to fuse Rajan, and it could be a little while until then. But Marius, however, is gonna ask you currently to do Live Arena, and you're very capable of doing Live Arena. Do I need to remind you who you have on your roster? You can literally put Mikage, Toshiro, Leonardo, Donnie. You don't even have to worry about speed, dude. But you can also put a speed champ if you wanted to. I don't know, like you have so many good champions here for Live Arena that you really shouldn't be worried. Where are you? Dude, in Bronze 4? That's diabolical. You haven't done any at all. Area bonuses? Dude, barely any at all. And this is also going to help you in your Hydra battles. Demon Lord you can literally forget about, but in Hydra battles, ignore defense, crit damage, speed, resistance, accuracy, forget about HP attack defense. For a long while, alright? As for Doom Tower, Fire Knight, you can leave these as well. Faction Wars, however, you can benefit from putting in some medals in. And this mission really doesn't ask you of much right now. 200, no, upgrade an area bonus to level 2. Level 2, dude. I'm gonna even tell you which one you can immediately go and work on. Hydra, ignore defense. You're gonna need 300 bronze medals. So, get to some grinding, involve your best champions, don't spare them. Try to trick them. That's genuinely an advice that I will give you. Try to trick them. Play with psychology. It's not just a game of it's not just about game knowledge. It's also about strategy. Akuma, what else can I tell you, man? Marius missions and Rama 2 missions are going to take you through the natural progression of the game. They're called progress missions for a reason, alright? They're gonna ask you to do Doom Tower bosses. If you haven't been able to tackle them, they're gonna make you tackle them. They're gonna ask you to work on Faction War stages. If you can't tackle them, you're gonna be forced to do that. You know, unlock Campaign Nightmare if you still haven't gotten to it, that kind of thing. Glyph your champions, earn points in events. And for Marius, it's a little bit more end game, but you can still very much grind these whenever possible. See, here you'll have to win 10 live arena battles. These you can coincide with some of these Marius missions. For example, for some of these Ramon 2 missions, for example, sure, the Tag Team Arena Champions, let's say. The Tag Team Arena Championships, let's say. You're doing arena and arena only. You don't want to do dungeon raiding. You want to focus on PvP because that's what the dungeons be asking of you. Have like live arena missions, tag team arena missions. You go and you do that, right? And then the missions are gonna point you towards some hard dungeon stage. You go and you do that. How are you doing here? Ice Golem stage 3, Spider Den stage 1. All of them are on hard. That's amazing. Dragon stage 7 and Fire Knight stage 1. So if you can do hard everywhere, that's where you progress in terms of dungeons. You don't have any money. You're a little broke. Gem-wise as well. So I'm assuming that you've been doing a lot of building and champion training and either spent a lot of gems on energy or on masteries. A good secure way to make a lot of money is to run Spider or run hard dungeons. Sell off whatever gear you're trying to get. And timing these with the Marius missions that ask you to farm for mythical artifacts. And namely, for example, I'll tell you where I'm stuck. Here, obtain 5 mythical accessories from the Spider's Den. Do you have any idea how much money I've made raiding for this just to get a mythical accessory? I am stuck at 4 and it's been 2 months of consistent Spider prioritization. I hardly run campaign anymore. I run it enough to do my dailies, level up food once, and everything else goes towards Spider. I have made around 40 million cumulatively, and I have built out about 5 champions in total. Legendaries, alright, with legendary piece of gear and mythical piece of gear and 6-star piece of gear for the duration of me farming for this one dungeon. One dungeon. And I never run out of cash. Because I'm still farming this dungeon, and I'm selling every single legendary piece that I come across. Because here's how I do it. Here's the big brain activate. I can't speak. Here's big brain activate. Here's a Oonga Boonga brain. Spiders then. You go to stage 1. You can farm it for what? 45 seconds. That makes your job so much easier. You bomb out a couple of potions, right? And you turn on your multi-battles. You're gonna earn some multi-battles when you start doing live arena. One battle, winning one battle is gonna get you 20 multi-battles on a day-to-day basis. 20 multi-battles. 20 runs in Spider are 400 energy. When you include super raids, it's 800 energy. And you should usually have super raids on if you've already tackled a stage successfully. Just saves you a lot of time. With the super raids on, let's see this team. Just do it once. And you have the filter on, and I'll show you how it works. Everything that is a legendary, you only leave the mythical stat on. 5, 6-star. Because you're not gonna get any 4-star anything from hard Spider. Oh, this is also a very, very nice, a beautiful team. I wonder actually how much quicker this could be with the Leonardo. Oh my god. Yeah, we're not getting any burn here, like, or was that resisted? Can we burn the big Spider? Is that a thing? Dude, Leonardo here would make this run so much quicker, I think. I kind of want to try. Oh my god, that's so nice. So smooth. Oh my god, so smooth. Beautiful. So you sell that, and you might actually not sell this. I want to see if you get a speed roll in there. Oh! You're welcome. I'm gonna leave you level 16 your own time. Even though there is a gear enhance right now, I don't want to spend any more cash than, you know, than I can. And I should. I'm gonna do it like so. Forgive me for swapping around things. I'll do it like so. I'm very curious. I want to see if this makes your run quicker. Because, dude, the more Shadowkins you have on your team, the better, you know? Oh my god. Juice. Okay. I didn't mean to do this, but we might actually be onto something. Now Leo's gonna get to hit. Whoop. Done. 10 turns, 41 seconds. I think we just made this team exponentially faster. You're welcome. You can keep this. Remember me. This is a decent ring. I keep it around. This is a decent banner. Let's see if we're gonna get a double speed roll from here. Please, 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 please. Okay, roll this at your own time and then decide if you want to sell it, but I would see if I can get like a 10 in the speed here, maybe. Because you realistically have 2 more rolls on that. And if you can get both of those in speed, that would totally make it worth keeping this banner, you know? This is how you go about gear. You get what I'm trying to say, right? For example, when you have to farm for mythical pieces, you go in here. Yeah, exactly. You leave 5 and 6 stars on, and you unselect these. And you select everything here, and everything here. I'm gonna return your regular gear sets. But this is how you set up your filters when you're farming these mythical missions. Mythical gear missions in Marius when the time comes. Pro tip. Know this from me. Okay, we're gonna confirm your usual selection. Now let's move on to seeing how you're doing in, I guess, Doom Tower, Curse City, the one areas that you wanted me to check out. This is normal. You're handling normal like a champ. This is, dude, this is optimal. This is the team, actually. This is the team. You'll have no issues facing anyone. And I see that you're climbing very well. How about hard, though? You haven't started hard? You know what I would do if I were you? I would see where this team that I have here, how far it can push me into hard before I venture off into normal. You might get stuck at one point. That's totally cool. If you do get stuck, you can just proceed to completing normal. But you get cooler resources here. You get better resources. The chicken are higher ranks. There's more energy, more gems. The glyphs are higher ranks. You're gonna get a lot more energy from here, a lot more money. Generally, the potions, for example, the potions, dude, you straight up have superior potions here. And towards the top, you have some really good sacred shards, void shards. I think it's worth trying to climb hard first and then switching to normal. And you do have time for both. Trust. I've done both without planning for time. It just so happened that I could. You have every champion that it takes to peruse even higher. This is optimally the hardest rotation that you're currently climbing. You should know this. This is, for me, objectively, I think this is the hardest rotation because of Bamal, Darkface, Scarab King. Celestial Griffin, you can nuke very hard if you have the resources for it, the champions for it. But say, for example, for Scarab King, you need a little bit more. Oh, you're actually managing without destroying his max HP, which is interesting. Bamal, you need block damage when you have all the pieces of the puzzle. The Dark Fang, you need turn meter decreasers, and here you are. You treat this like an arena fight. I feel like that'd be a better option, maybe. But you're going out very technical about this, and I like this team. You only have, like, one more floor to climb. I'm not gonna do this for you now, so we don't spend a lot of time on it, because it could take a little bit of time to get to the top, but do it. Then proceed to hard and see how far up you can go. I'm sure you can get pretty far. Keeping in mind that you might need to make some alterations to the team that climbs for you the higher up you go, because they start getting a little tankier and a little bit more harder to get around. For example, they're gonna start block reviving you. They're gonna start being able to lock you out from using your active skills, freeze you, stun you, and it becomes a little unpleasant here. Unkillables, you need to be able to go around these all in due time. Curse City, same thing applies, and even an extra layer on top that as you're venturing into hard, as you are currently, this is hard. Wow, Scarab King, you've completed here with, okay, fair enough. Yep, Seer's an absolute carry, especially when you buff her enough with someone like Archmage Helmet and Androck combination. Super nice. Super nice. Good work. But again, you're seeing that you're going to start getting limited in terms of champions that you can use. So this is where building out niche champions will start taking priority for you. But I would say leave that for a little bit later into the future when the Marius missions ask you to do certain stages in Curse City. Literally, here, for example, clear 10 stages in the Curse City on hard. Clear stage C5 on the Curse City on hard. And you've already done these, and these are, I think, retroactive. You can do them once, and they're gonna count. Stage C8 of the Curse City on hard. So you see, these progress missions are actually gonna take you through mid-game into end-game, and they're gonna reward you with, like, the meta champion of the game, Marius. Dude, it's pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. You just have to do the grind. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Trusting me with this account takeover, Akuma Matata. If you want an account takeover, hit up my Discord. You can find the link down in the description box under this video, under all videos, as usual. I submit a ticket through the account takeover sub-thread, and have some patience while I get to you. Thank you so much in advance. And I will see you guys again in the next one tomorrow. Bye!